There are indeed some sex differences in the human brain, both in terms of structure and function. These differences are thought to be influenced by a combination of genetic and hormonal factors. However, it's important to remember that these differences are typically subtle and overlap significantly between individuals. They are not deterministic and do not define individual abilities or personalities. You want to know if a female brain is different from a male's? Continue watching. But before, like, share, comment on this video. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on that bell icon to get regular updates on our new videos. Here are some key points about sex differences in the brain. Structure. Size. Some brain regions are slightly larger in males compared to females, such as the amygdala and hypothalamus, while other regions are larger in females, such as the hippocampus and corpus callosum. Lateralization. The brain is divided into two hemispheres, each with specialized functions. Studies suggest that language functions are typically more lateralized in the left hemisphere for males, while females show a more bilateral pattern. The male brain is about 10% larger on average, but size doesn't matter here. After all, elephants have brains that are 3 times larger and have more neurons than humans, but we don't see them doing brain surgery, and it's not just because they don't have fingers. Function. Verbal and spatial skills. There are some average differences in verbal and spatial skills between males and females, with females generally performing better on verbal tasks and males performing better on spatial tasks. However, there is considerable overlap, and individual differences are much greater than any average differences between the sexes. Emotion and social behavior. Some studies suggest that females may be more sensitive to emotional cues and express emotions more readily, while males may be more adept at suppressing emotions. However, these differences are not consistent across studies and may be influenced by cultural factors. Important caveats. Generalizations can be misleading. It's important to remember that these are general trends and there is considerable variation within each sex. Individual differences are far greater than any average differences between the sexes. Brain structure and function are not static. The brain is constantly changing throughout life due to experience and learning. This means that any sex differences that exist at birth are likely to become less pronounced over time. Biological differences do not translate to social roles. The existence of sex differences in the brain does not mean that these differences are inevitable or that they should dictate social roles and expectations. While there are some sex differences in the human brain, these differences are typically subtle and overlap significantly between individuals. They are not deterministic and do not define individual abilities or personalities. It's important to avoid generalizations and recognize the vast diversity within each sex. A reasonable conclusion is that it's both. There may be neurological differences, but there are also cultural influences. The percent of differences that are neurological versus societal/cultural, i.e. nature versus nurture, is anybody's guess at this point in time. Like, share, comment on this video. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on that bell icon to get regular updates on our new videos.